Am I the a-hole for giving a friend a bill after hosting him? A friend came to visit my country for 10 days and stayed with me and my partner. To show his gratitude, he brought us 4 bottles of wine, around Euro 6-8 each. We drove him for over 1,000 kilometers for a few days to take him on adventurous trips around the country. It's usually expensive to rent a 4x4 and hire a tour guide here. We were essentially his driver, tour guide, and host. We prepared a guest room for him with toiletries in his own bathroom, made all bookings, and prepared camping gear for him. I thought the wine he brought would even out our service for him, and we picked him up at the airport at 4:30 a.m. to be a good host. However, every time I took out my card to pay for our meals, he sat silently. I was happy to treat him for the first meal or two as a host, but after 6 days, like 7 meals, his silence unsettled me. The same when we had to pay for attractions, gas, or groceries. No thank you, no offering, nothing, just sat silently. I admit I was never upfront with him about finances. I just assume, as an adult in his 30s with a professional job in Germany, he would offer to pay for his share, chip in, or take turns to pay for meals. He also never mentioned paying us back for the hotels we paid for him. I consulted him on the prices before booking, so he should know he had to pay. He only brought $200 cash here, and his hotels were already over $200. He didn't seem to plan to pay us back in cash. I was antsy. He also rented a sedan for city sightseeing in between, but the car rental was at the airport. We gave him a ride to the airport at first, and he hinted he wanted more rides from us to take him home after he dropped off the car, and a ride to the airport for his 4:20 a.m. flight. I told him to take a taxi. It's less than €6. On his last day, a few hours before he flew, he still mentioned nothing. We presented him with a bill for his hotel, meals, and groceries. He seemed taken aback. We told him we spared the gas in exchange for his wine. Am I the a-hole for giving him a bill that listed out all his expenses? As a host, I should be more gracious, or upfront if I were transactional, but his silence, not even a thank you, upset me and made me give him a bill. This person is not close to me. We met on a trip 8 years ago and hadn't seen each other for 6 years. He was interested in seeing my country. Edit. A lot of you asked why I paid for his hotel up front. We got special discounts as residents, so it had to be under our name, and in another booking we not only got resident discount but also added him to our room, an extra bed, so he could save more. I communicated clearly, told him we got him a discount, and he asked how much the rooms cost. He knew he had to pay. On day 6, we asked him how he would pay us back for the hotels after knowing he didn't have the cash for us. He said transfer. We hoped he would take the initiative to make the transfer before he left, but he stayed silent the whole time, until we asked again on his last day. My partner and I felt it's bad manners to make the host ask you twice about payment, so we ended up being blunt with him about the bill to draw boundaries. As for meals, we often ordered a family plate, few dishes to share, so it's hard to have a separate bill. I didn't invite him to come. He saw my photos on social media and planned to come with his girlfriend, but then they broke up and he came alone. If they were 2 people coming, it's more obvious we would split bills 50-50ths, and they wouldn't have stayed with us for this long. We felt pity for him after his breakup and wanted to be nice. Subscribe for more interesting stories.